this double header today was one important reason was that MS Dhoni was captaining. We'll come to that thing again. But the match between Delhi and Lucknow went to the wire, and I believe Delhi was so near, but yet so far.
Hello, good evening once again for the weekly digest of the Indian Premier League season 15. And we are here with the straight bat with Gulf News and Mr. Cricket UAE Anis Sajan. Straight, I will go to Mr. Anis Sajan. Anis bhai, another exciting doubleheader today, and it gets interesting and interesting as the day progresses. Your thoughts?
Thank you, Satish. Hello to all the franchise supporters, and hello to all the beautiful people of Gulf News. Well, this doubleheader today was one important reason was that MS Dhoni was captaining. We'll come to that thing again. But the match between Delhi and Lucknow went to the wire, and I believe Delhi was so near, but yet so far. But I want to say with an open heart, I'm happy with the way Rahul marshaled his troops and led from the front.
Yeah, true. And I'm sure Arjan must be waiting to talk about his team. Arjan, first to start with Dhoni becoming the captain. And did you see any huge difference? And again, once again, the fielding is not measuring up to the level that the defending champion should be having, isn't it?
First of all, I want to add something. I'm at Global Village right now, and I was watching the match. The match ended, and CSK won. I realized I wasn't the only one watching the match. Other people were watching the match too. Other people were celebrating too. That just shows how popular of a team CSK really is.
Okay, very good. Very good. Lovely.
And also, of course, Dhoni becoming back as captain, amazing. I love that. Jadeja wasn't a good captain to start off. I've mentioned it so many times. And I'd say our fielding isn't what a defending champion should be. But here and there, we can improve. It's good.
And you
You
think
guys are having a lot of butter.
Yeah, butterfingers.
Butterfingers, yes. Do you think Chennai will go on to win all the rest of the games and get into the playoffs?
I'm much more confident about that now. But
Okay.
let's be realistic. We still have a game against Mumbai to go through and all. Maybe if we get lucky, since Dhoni's back, there's a bigger chance of that happening. And Gaikwad's in form. And I think Mukesh Chaudhary was such a good pick from the auction. Yeah, I think we can. If luck is on our side, we can, yeah.
Very good. Very good. Now I'm coming to Varun. Varun, the famed Hyderabad bowling was shredded to pieces today. So does it say that if the bowlers don't perform, Sunrisers can't win? Because even the last game, same thing happened. Last over 25 given away, and this game again, the bowlers were giving away a lot of runs and they are not in form. Does it mean that if you score good runs against Hyderabad, then the team won't win?
I mean, even if you check our first few matches as well, I think the last two games against Gujarat and CSK, we haven't had any power play wickets. If we take at least one or two power play wickets, then we're, starting to get a move into the middle overs as well. And then, start to get that run rate a bit low, contain the other team to 160, 170 range. So that was our formula. But unfortunately, in these past few games, we couldn't get the power play wickets. I think that was the problem. But in today's game, I didn't really think bowling was the issue. I knew we could chase it. We had that batting power, and we are pretty good at chasing as well. If you look at this season as well, but we set up a foundation in the power play to chase it down. Abhishek, he tried maybe one too many shots. He got out. Okay, he set up a good innings in the power play. Kane was on the other hand. He played well as well, but MS Dhoni's mastermind, the slower deliveries from Pretorius, it just changed the whole game from there onwards. I think Tripathi, he likes to fidget around. He likes to shake his body, and he doesn't really feel comfortable in the first few balls. So maybe play 5-6 balls slowly and then start to get a go, because he's a dasher of a player. He likes to go for the big shots, and we know that. But once a wicket has fallen, you need to calm down a bit. But he wanted to go straight away with a shot, and unfortunately got a golden duck. I think that's the main part where he changed the game. Because as I said, he's a dasher. He can go for the big shots. He could have changed the game easily. We could have gotten a good run rate just going ahead into 10 overs, 12 overs as well. I think Markram and Rahul Tripathi, they're the two-man standing almost all the games, right? So when they are gone, we didn't really have that force of batting anymore because Kane was also going a bit slow. But then Puran came in at the end, he smacks him and he saved us that net run rate. I think even if we lost, the net run rate is saved and we still have the chance. We need to win, I think, 3 in 5 right now. It's possible. We just need to improve on the bowling a bit. Again, Marco Jansen, another failure. The birthday boy might be a bit painful on his side, but again, he's still young. He'll still get a go. There's a lot of cricket left in him, so it's just 1 or 2 bad games. It happens, right? It's common. You can't have a good game every day. You can't win all the games. So it's common, and we'll just come back stronger next game. Put on a smile and move on.
Very good. Anish bhai, talking about Hyderabad. Your thoughts, because are they too dependent on the bowling?
Well, the results in the last 5 matches where they won in a row did show that they were depending on the bowling, and the fast bowlers especially were delivering. Where in one match against RCB, Marco Jansen got yes, the bowling, when you leak 200 runs against when MS Dhoni has 3 spinners under his belt. And let's be very honest, without taking anything away or being critical about Jadeja, the way MS Dhoni marshaled his troops with the spinners was the difference between SRH losing and CSK winning, even though they dropped so many catches.
So do you think the wickets becoming slower in the next this coming month? Will it affect
No, there was
the
nothing wrong in the
Sunrisers bowling?
wicket. Today there was nothing wrong in the wicket. But the
No,
way
but
he
it's slower,
marshaled his
isn't it?
spinners.
No, for the Sunrisers, I'm talking about. For the Sunrisers, with the
Yeah,
wickets
you meant
coming
to
slower.
they will miss a spinner for sure.
Yeah, because the emphasis on fast ball is too much. Yeah, they will miss a spinner. Okay. Coming to Lucknow, Janvi must be excited as well. The winning run continues. Rahul is scoring, and all the right things are happening. Your thoughts, Janvi? How are you feeling?
Of course, the Nawabs are leading the table. They are second on the table. So I'm very happy for the new team. It's so difficult for the new team to find out the right combinations and, gather the playing 11, the right playing 11, and be the table toppers, whether we see Gujarat Titans or whether we see Lucknow. So pretty much excited that my city got enough recognition after the team has come, and, they're leading. I'm born and brought up in Lucknow, so it's a very big honor for me, watching my team playing so good. And also KL Rahul leading the team, being the captain, which is almost the second highest run getter at the moment. And also, if you see the bowling depth which Lucknow has, I'm pretty much, pleased by seeing Mohsin Khan performing well, because he's a local boy from UP. He lives in Muradabad, and the way he performed today, we saw that Avesh Khan was the leader of the pace, but today Mohsin also performed so well, and they won the game. And yesterday I was having a talk with one of the DC fans, and I was doing a show for DC, and I was representing Lucknow, and the guy over there asked me, "Who's Mohsin Khan? Has he ever played for IPL?" in a very sarcastic way. And today Mohsin was the man of the match, and he took the 3 to 4 wicket haul. So he got his very good reply that who is Mohsin Khan today. And also, if you see the opening pair, it's one of the strongest in it, like KL Rahul and Quinton de Kock. So very happy for the team overall. The middle order is so fiery. The openers are so good, pretty constant on the field, and then the bowlers also coming in with pace, and Ravi Bishnoi leading the spin. So it's good to see how the team is so balanced, and somewhere or the other, anyone comes up and performs for the team.
Very good. Nice. Coming to Gurpreet, right?
I can't see any Gurpreet, not there. There is
Delhi.
Mumbai Indians, Rohit, there's Rohit Cherian, then there's
Yeah.
Akash, and there's Sanjay and Anmol.
Anmol.
fans.
Anmol is for Punjab. Yeah, I think Delhi we don't have. Anish
Yeah.
bhai, you can talk about Delhi then. Are they not able to like figure out what's going wrong with them?
Satish, you're absolutely spot on. When the auction happened, we all mutually agreed that this was the team which looked very strong on paper. We did not give that much of a chance to the newcomers, Lucknow as well as Gujarat. But this Delhi team, in spite of having all the superstars, are not gelling as a team. And I had a detailed chat with Shane Watson, who is the assistant coach. He says that it's just about clicking. Unfortunately, in a franchise cricket, it doesn't happen sometimes. And this is the first year where the new boys have come together. And in spite of having the heavyweights, but I will be very honest, when they are fielding first, they either end up leaking too many runs, and when they are chasing, they either end up losing too many wickets. And today was the case where if they had a few big wickets in the hut, they would have chased down the target, because
That's
in the
again.
end,
That's
1
again.
6 runs, 1
Yeah,
6
that's
left.
again. Mitchell Marsh. Like he walked off when he was actually there was no hit.
Ridiculous. Absolutely. He's one of the nicest bloke. But sometimes when you know that, I know that you are thinking of the team's cost, but maybe he thought that sound was there. And he's one of I'm not trying to defend him that he walked off, but his, when you hear that spike, when you hear the sound, you felt he had nicked it. But I'm afraid that was a crucial moment in the match.
Yeah, because if he had stayed, maybe they wouldn't have lost that wicket, and probably they would have gone on to
They were going
end.
at 11 runs per over, but I want to come to that point of Delhi. You see, captain has to put his hand up. I'm afraid Pant, as much as we are very fond of him as a player, has not lived up to his status as a white ball finisher. Give me one game where he's finished the game, when he is chasing a target.
Correct. That's true. That's true. Now, instead of keeping Rohit waiting for a long time, I'm going to jump and then ask him, because he must be eager to talk about his team this week, because first win after 9 games. Now, Rohit, how do you feel? Like, do you think the team has finally found the right combination?
Talking about if I'm happy about how Mumbai has done, I'm still not happy. I mean, I can't say anything but like losing 8 matches in a row and then winning 1 match doesn't change much. Rohit Sharma got out for 2 runs. Kyron Pollard scored 10 or 14. It was quite disappointing, but we came out with the win. From what I remember, Surya Kumar Yadav scored 50 and Tilak Verma scored a very important 35 out of 30, which means he rotated strike very easily and gave a lot to Surya Kumar Yadav. But I'm still not very. I mean, we are not going to qualify for the playoffs unless we're not. So
at least this will give you a good team going forward, isn't it? Until next year,
we have got out of the losing streak.
Correct.
But,
correct.
We still need to find our group.
Yeah. True. That leaves with RCB. Sanjay, it was a good game for you, but still ended up losing to Gujarat Titans. I think they are unstoppable, isn't it, at this point in time? But the Kohli's return to form should also be a pleasing news for you.
I don't tell this Kohli's return to form because the way he played, he yes, at the start he accelerated well. It was like he started with, obviously we all know, he starts with a strike rate of 140 to 145. Then down the line it get reduces. But yesterday playing at 109 strike rate, a crucial game against Gujarat, because it was a much needed win. So if, for example, if you had put a stop for Gujarat yesterday, like it would be the second loss. But some pressure might have been built, because we have seen that even in yesterday's match, Gujarat top order didn't perform. Only the middle order performed. Hardik Pandya failed to perform again. It was Rahul Tewatia who has been consistently winning the matches. I think this is the third time he's performing on a row. David Miller, he stood up again. So only those two perform. When you take RCB's batting, yes, top order, one or the other flaw is there. So these days, Du Plessis was stepping up, and we see Virat stepping up. Yesterday, Du Plessis dismissed for a duck. So that's not something I expected. I expected like some 50 partnership would have come, because yes, Virat anchored well in the first over. I thought Du Plessis might take on the bowler in the second, but he gave away his wicket to Pradeep Sangwan, a debutant for Gujarat Titans. And when you come to Rajat Patidar's innings, I think Rajat Patidar played a sensible knock, striking at 180, scoring 52 in just 29 balls. I think his 52 meant a lot for us, because that contribution, that 99 partnership with Virat Kohli, that built some good runs. When you take in depth, yes, DK, I think, has been losing his form. I think not losing his form. I think like he's missing the angle of hitting. It was a top edge yesterday. He was dismissed. Maxwell gave some guest appearance, I can tell. He came in here, 17 balls, 33. And this is Lomror is the missing fact we have been facing, I think. He should have given chance before only. We literally missed him. 16 runs he went on for Alzari Joseph in the last over. Though the last ball hit the spider cam, we got a dead ball and he went for a six the next ball. 16 runs, and this was some sort of batting we missed. And yes, I didn't like a decision of getting Glenn Maxwell the first over. So if you give some 10 runs in the first over, the opponent team will feel like, yeah, we are scoring 10 runs. We are going at a 10 per over and we'll be set. See, Shahbaz, he was given 3 overs. He tried to pick up 2 crucial wickets, Hardik Pandya and Shubman Gill. Why not give him the 4th over? I think instead of Maxwell, I think if we would have gone for Shahbaz, we would have won the match. And yes, the major part, it was 18th over where Josh Hazlewood gave a 6, 4 and 4 from Rahul Tewatia. Till that, I still had hopes that we had the equation, keeping in that mind Harshal and Hazel will bowl the last overs. Once when Hazel gave 14 runs, I lost the confidence that no, it's the end for us. I knew that Miller and Tewate wouldn't stop for us in the 19th over and the 20th over, and it happened the same. Hope we bounce back against CSK Wednesday, which is very difficult because Dhoni is back as a captain. We saw the team, how the batsmen, how the openers are stepping up once Dhoni is back. Like 175, a partnership of 175 is literally not something we can imagine. Yes, a win Wednesday is very much important because I literally thank Lucknow fans and now I literally thank Arjun, and yesterday I thank Mumbai for winning because it's been a pathway for us. I didn't want DC to win because they had a good run rate and they would have sit again above us. So that didn't happen. So I'm happy, and even now SRH and RCB, now we both are friends. There are 4 losses and we have 5 losses. They lose one more and we'll be on the same boat. So we'll be fighting for the 4th spot. Hope Punjab loses the remaining game, so they'll not be my competitor. So we have to start using.
We'll come back. We'll ask Anmol about it. Anmol, what's happening to Punjab? Again, like
again a mixed season, sir. Again a mixed week for us. A one win and a one lose. I would say nothing because it was a low-scoring match against the Lucknow. We dismissed all their main batsmen. We dismissed Rahul. We dismissed Kunal Pandya, Stoinis, Holder, and we are getting a 3 sixes. We get a 17 and 13 of Chamira and Mohsin Khan. I was like that every bowler was spot on. And you are getting 3 sixes of the tailenders, and that changed the match for us. 30 runs from that 2 tailenders, and we lost from 20.
True. So do you still fancy the chances?
Yeah. 5 wins in 5 games. Sanjay must be very happy or very sad to know about this, that Punjab can do a 2020 once again, because they won a 6 in a row in 2020 in Dubai. We can do it now also, Sanjay.
Yes, but at that time you had Rahul to perform, but Rahul is
this time we have Shikhar Dhawan, Liam Livingstone, very much, and Rahul is again our ex. Remember, Rahul is our ex.
But Rahul is your ex. But as usual, Rahul is a selfish player who performs only for IPL. We have seen him. Last year he backed orange cap, and against Pakistan he couldn't even do anything. So Rahul is a player who plays only IPL. So yes. So when he's playing IPL, I think Rahul's angle is missing.
This time you are spot on.
Use this for international teams.
Okay. Anish bhai, before talking to Akash on Gujarat, they seem to be not letting their foot off the pedal, isn't it? Somehow they have been they are winning by hook or crook, and like someone or the other is putting their hand up and winning the battle for them. Correct?
Yeah, very true, Satish. There's a saying, the captain is as good as his team. But there are 2 things in this Gujarat team. One, the captain is leading from the front. Okay, off late he's not been able to bowl because of his groin injury. But he's a very, very street smart captain. The experience which he's carried from Mumbai Indians under Rohit Sharma and the likes of Jayawardene. He's a very street smart captain. He knows when to get his ball. I'll give you yesterday's example. I won't take long because I know a lot of people want to talk. he held on to Rashid Khan till DK came, because DK doesn't have a good track record against a guy who's very good in googly. I'm not saying that one reason caused RCB to lose the match, but DK is one guy who gives you the 20-30 runs in the end. He made sure he held on to it, and he did not bring him because Maxwell is very good against Rashid Khan. So this is one point. And then second point, which I'm talking about, as I said, the other players, whether it is the Rahul Tripatia, whether it is the Miller, whether it is Shami, whether it is Ferguson, whether it is Saha, whether you talk about that left-arm
Rashid
fast
Khan.
bowler, Rashid Khan, everybody has put their hand up. So if you take their games out of that 16 points, they've lost one game probably. So they have played 9 games, if I'm not wrong, and they've won 8. So they have 8 man of the matches, which shows that they are not depending on one player. And when
Correct.
you have everybody putting their hand up sometime or the other, you're going to win more often than not. And even luck has to bow down to you.
Correct. And Akash, your thoughts, you must be really, really happy, isn't it? I think you're on
Unmute
mute,
yourself.
Akash.
Yeah, I'm extremely happy with the team, the way they are performing. As you said, every match, someone or the other comes up and takes the victory for the team. But the last game with SRH, we were always complaining that the top order wasn't performing. But Saha seems to be filling that gap. And Saha made a fantastic 68 runs, and even Gill is slowly picking up. So the top order is kind of being in place right now. And as we discussed in the last meeting, right, that SRH and GT both had a very strong bowling lineup. But in this game, we have seen around 400 runs from both the teams. So, the bowling attack wasn't that up to the mark, but the batters gave a very good flow from their side. And with Rashid Khan and Rahul Tewatia, they were fantastic. With 22 runs in the last 6 balls, it's like magic for Gujarat. Every time they come up in the last over, they give around 10-15 runs, and we always take the match. And the game against RCB, even in RCB, we bowlers didn't play that role that much. But Saha and Gill again gave up a good partnership. And Miller and Tewatia, again, in the last few overs, they have done their job. So Miller, again, for the last few seasons, I've seen that Miller hasn't been performing. But with Gujarat, he has found some form. So that's good for the team. And even and again, Rahul Tewatia, again in this match, he has been the star. He has taken 3 runs or 25 balls. He's going like with a strike rate of 200 to 300. So that's very good for the team. And if he keeps this pace, and the team isn't going to see any backdrop in the coming game as well. So as far as the team,
sorry, Akash, I have to interrupt here. Do you think Tewatia is not getting his due because he has been scoring runs for the last couple of seasons, but he is nowhere in the side like one of those famed finishers like Dhoni or something. Is almost there in at least IPL. Do you think he deserves a chance, or is he the unsung hero so far?
You're right, Satish. What happens is with Rahul, we saw him first during that match against RR where he hit Cottrell out of the park. And then he did a couple of innings. But this year, he's been a real rock star, and you have to give it to him for his performance, whether it's from the first match when they beat Lucknow, and then that 2 sixes in the Punjab game where he hit the fast bowler. And now again in who was that bowler? Odion Smith.
Odion Smith, left, Odion Smith.
And then in that match where they scored 25 against HRH, Rashid Khan did the bulk of hitting, but he was the one who hit that crucial 40. And in the last match again against RCB, he's the man who starts it, and he's got everything in him. He can bowl, he can bat, and he's a terrific fielder. So if you have to ask me, my first player and my first pick on the Indian plane to Australia will be Rahul Tewatia, and this is where India should reward him. Okay, whether he'll perform or not, only time will say, because I don't want to say that IPL players generally get successful, but he deserves definitely a chance as a finisher, because we don't have one finisher in Indian team now.
Correct. Okay, 2 questions I'm going to ask. A quick, it's like a rapid round. We'll finish it fast. In tomorrow's game between Rajasthan Royals and KKR, that I will ask. And another one will be, who will be the team that will make the move in the next coming week? Because it's going to be a very crucial week for almost all the teams, because the points now between the say fifth position to, or rather sixth position to ninth position, or even for that matter third position to fourth position to ninth position is only about 4 points. So who will make the big move in this coming week? Quickly, everybody. Jan, starting with you.
Punjab.
Very good. Okay. Who's next? Anis bhai, yours.
My call, you see, I know the top two has been sorted. That is GT and LSG, of course, have been sorted. I'm still a little skeptical about RR when I see Sanju Samson captaining, but they have the team to go. But if I have to pick my third and fourth, I would go with your favorite team, CSK. I think they have it in them to go the distance. And the fourth team, rather the third team, I would go RCB.
Okay. Okay. RCB. Sanjay must be happy. Okay. Anmol, yours. Your pick this coming week.
My pick firstly would be Punjab, and second I would love to see RCB.
Okay. Right. Rohit.
I would say Rajasthan, because they are only at 9 matches, and SRH. I don't see anything in RCB.
Okay. Akash.
Yeah, I would go with SRH and RCB.
Okay, you're still confident about SRH? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Janvi.
I think so that Rajasthan will qualify, and so will SRH.
Okay. All right. Okay, in tomorrow's match between Rajasthan Royals and KKR, who do you think? Like, quick. Arjan.
KKR. 100%. They've been in good form in the past few matches. Sure, a
But
few.
they have been
losses.
losing, only losing. They are not. They have been in good form, but they've been losing.
They've been in good form. They've been losing a few losses here and there, but I think they can make a
Few,
comeback
they have lost five,
Five.
Arjan.
5
Where are
losses.
here and there.
Okay. Anmol, your pick.
Yeah, mine would be Rajasthan.
Okay. Rohit.
I feel like Knight Riders. I really want to see some Russell hitting some big ones out of the ground.
Okay. Akash.
Rajasthan, obviously.
Okay. Janvi.
I think so Rajasthan. I really want Chahal to lead the pack.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot. Sanjay. Sanjay has not spoken about both. Who will make the move this week, and who will be the winner tomorrow between Rajasthan and KKR? Sanjay.
This week anyway, Emma is kicked out of the tournament, so I don't care. And I think it is RCB and it is KKR who's going on the top.
Oh,
okay.
And tomorrow's match, it is KKR, I guess, because players have been performing and they have been still losing. One match Shreyas steps up, one match Russell steps up, one match you see some bowler steps up, and yet they have been ending in the losing side. 5 losses is, I think, it's like what Mumbai went through. I think they can come back because they are on 4 points or 6 points, I guess. So one win, and I think KKR is set.
6 points. They are on 6 points.
Yes.
Okay. Anis bhai, tomorrow's match, before we talk about tomorrow's match, one last question. KKR, after say 9 games, they still don't have a proper combination, isn't it? Especially the opening.
I mentioned in one of the shows, I guess, Satish, that if you keep chopping and changing 3 3 players every match, you're not going to get a settled unit. I'm not sure what is wrong with McCullum. Generally, he's not one of those coaches. And Shreyas Iyer are not able to gel as a team. And so when the coach and a captain don't gel as a team, this is where there are flaws. They have the talent, but like Delhi, they are missing the link. The execution is missing.
Okay. And who's your pick for tomorrow? Rajasthan versus KKR?
As much as I know, RR is a strong team and they depend a lot on Butler. But tomorrow I will back KKR. I think they will have, like generally they say, the law of average. I don't believe in it, but tomorrow it is KKR.
Okay. I'll be with you on that. I'll also back KKR. And I think CSK will make the move this month, this week rather.
But if they move it, then everybody be careful. The 5th title is also gone.
Yeah. If CSK moves it this week, I think Dhoni is back, and if CSK moves it this week, and I think RCB is out.
No, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
the only change that they have to make is they have to take those catches, not the butterfingers anymore.
Stop eating butter.
And yes, and I would like Virat Kohli is back to form, and I want him to go from the first ball, and Duplessis has to step up.
Very good, very good. Okay,
And
on that,
I want
very,
CSK players to
sorry.
perform against CSK so that they feel jealous
Yeah.
that they left Hazlewood and Faf Duplessis.
Okay, let's see. It will be a very interesting contest there. Thank you, everybody, for joining. And stay tuned with gulfnews.com. And bye-bye. Good night. We will again see you
Thank
with
you.
another round
Eid
of digress
Mubarak.
next week. Yeah, Eid Mubarak to
Mubarak.
everybody.
Eid Mubarak,
Thank you.
all guys.
Thank you.
Eid Mubarak.
Thank you.